your girl TB, and you know we had to do it. We're back with another one. Who we talking about today? Today we're talking about the Jazz and the Nets and Minnesota and Oklahoma City. Why'd I have to do that? I don't know. But anyways, let's just dive into it. Talk about the games, give y'all a little rundown of the showdown. And that is the Nets taking it 147 to 114, blowing out the Jazz. But I feel like the reason they blew him out is because we got Ben Simmons back. Yes, that's right. He was only limited to 18 points, 18 minutes last night, but that was just enough because, you know, he's known for defense. So it was great to see him back. He's missed 38 games. His last game was November 6th. So it's like for you to come back and kind of like dominate, almost get a triple-double, play great defense. It is just a great look to see. And it's like, that's the Ben Simmons we want back, that we want to see. And then hopefully, you know, like the next game, he's able to have more minutes than just the 18. But anyways, he ended up finishing. He had 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 11 assists. Like I said, defense is that's what he's known for. So I feel like he played great defense. They said that he checked in the first quarter. In the first 6 seconds, he had already had an assist. So he's not a selfish player at all. I would love for him to take more shots. He shot 5 shots last night, made all 5. So field goal percentage up there, 100%. So it was like big ups to you. So my thing is, I just hope he stays healthy for the rest of the season. Hopefully he doesn't have to miss any more games, and he's just able to like just come back bigger, stronger. Mentally he's like focused, and he's like, okay, I can do all things. Y'all already know. And I just hope that happens for him. And then the next person I want to talk about, and that's going to be Mikal Bridges, going off for 33 points last night. He's always one of the most consistent players when it comes to the Nets. So nothing negative to say about that. Y'all know who else played great. Everybody played great. Everybody on the team played, that's number 1, and everybody scored, that's number 2. So it's like big ups to y'all playing, like I said, playing great defense, great looks. They had 41 assists last night, so everybody was doing they thug thizzle, like just amazing basketball. And I love to see them get the win because, you know, prior to, I think when they played the Rockets, they went against the Rockets, but prior to that, they had lost 7 out of the 8 games. So hopefully they finding their rhythm, they're finding their mojo, and then Ben Simmons just give them that extra boost of energy. And like he was telling, Royce O'Neal came in the game with him, and I'm missing the other player, I can't think. Lonnie Walker came. All 3 came in the game together, and he was like, y'all know what I'm about to do. Like, we just finna play, have a great game. And I think that's just what happened. For them to win by over 30 points was amazing. It was like they started off strong. First quarter, outscored, you know, they outscored the Jazz by like 20 points or something like that. Same thing happened in the fourth quarter. So it was like the Jazz just couldn't stand a chance last night. So I love that for the Nets, and they have moved up to the number 10th seed on the Eastern Conference. So let's see what Ben Simmons does. Can he help them get to a higher seed in that Eastern Conference? Because now they're like in that play-in type of mark for the playoffs. So if they can get to the 6th seed, or, you know, play in and get to the playoffs, we'll see. It's still too early to call it, but it's just great to have him back. And then we're going to switch it over, and we're going to talk about Utah Jazz, and that's Keontae George going off for 21 points. He was the player of his team. He's the only one that scored over 20 points, coming off the bench, doing a great job, and I love to see that for the young ones. You know, like he's young and just dominating the court. And then the next person I want to talk about, and that's going to be Mr. Collins, going off for 15 points, and he had 7 rebounds. So other than that, those are the only 2 players that had like an okay type of scoring game. Everybody else had under 15 points, and I just think like there was no defense being played. The turnovers sloppy. They had 17 turnovers, and Brooklyn was able to score 27 points off of your 17 turnovers. So that just says a lot. Like, you have to play smart when it comes to basketball. It's all a mental thing, and the other team's going to know if you're not confident. So it's like you have to like just play your heart out. But that's really all I had for that game. And now we're going to switch it over to the best of the West. Literally, that's Minnesota and then OKC. We had Minnesota taking it 107 to 101. So prior to this game, we had OKC number 1, we had Minnesota number 2, same type of record. And I think the thing that hurt OKC was them losing to Detroit. I think that was Sunday night, if I'm not mistaken. Them losing to Detroit, I think that hurt them. And then Denver won, so that placed Denver back to the number 2 seed, dropped the Thunder to number 3, and we put Minnesota back at number 1. I know that was a lot. So Minnesota is number 1, Denver number 2, OKC back at number 3. So I just don't think they was real well rested for Detroit's game as to why they lost that game. There's no way they should have lost it. But anyways, we're not talking about that game. We're talking about Minnesota OKC. So let's just dive into it. Of course, we had Anthony Edwards going off 27 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Yes, that's right. He did a crazy dunk at the end of the game. I think it was like the last 2 minutes, minute 57, something like that, seconds. An amazing dunk, 2-hander, and he was pretty upset that he did not get a foul. He was arguing, with the refs, like, hey, where my foul at? And so at the end of the game, he just basically said, like, he don't care if he was going to get fined, but he said the refs did not call the fouls that he feel like they should have called last night. And he's entitled to his opinion, so we'll see if we wake up today and be like, okay, did he get fined? We gonna know why. And then the next person we gonna talk about, Cat, and that's Karl Anthony Towns going off. He had 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists, finishing with a double-double, doing what needs to be done. Maybe should I say very consistent? He's consistent. I won't say very consistent, but he is a consistent player for the Timberwolves. Why can't I talk today, Tasha? But anyways, and then the next person, and it was more so his rebounds, and I feel like I've been saying his name wrong this whole time. Gobert. I heard the commentator say Gobert, so I'm not sure if it's Gobert or Gobert. Y'all let me know which one is it. But anyways, he had 18 rebounds last night, so that just shows the defense was defensing last night when it came to Minnesota. Honestly, for both teams, because it was 24 lead changes, 6 ties. It was really a back and forth, neck and neck type of game. It wasn't, like I said, until Anthony Edwards scored the dunk at the end of the game, which led them up by 4, and they were able to keep that lead the rest of the game, which was the 4th quarter. But great showdown, great matchup. I think they played 4 times this season. And so we just gonna head it over and talk about OKC. And that's SGA going off for 37 points, and he had 7 rebounds, 8 assists, always doing his big one. He is the leader of OKC, and I just love to see it. I hate that they dropped down to that number 3 seed. I love to see that they were actually tied with Minnesota. Like, okay, we got some competition. This was probably one of the greatest games out the West this season to watch. But now they know it's competition out there, and it's so quick to just drop down in the Western Conference because everybody's records are so close to each other. And then the next person I want to talk about, and that's going to be Jalen Williams going off. He had 20 points last night. So big ups to OKC. It just was not enough to get the win. But like I said, y'all did a fantastic job. Both teams, we just have to see who was the best team when it came to the West. And now we know it was Minnesota. Anthony Edwards, mad. Just a great game, y'all. Like, defense, both games, both teams, amazing. Nothing negative to say about neither team. But y'all, that's all I had. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. I need y'all to be productive. Yes, that's right. What is today? Today's Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday, like on Norbit. But anyways, need y'all to be productive. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also don't forget to turn on your notification bell so y'all can be alerted when I post. Once again, I'm TB. Peace out. Bye.